Hey guys, how are you doing? It's Ashley with Pugs and Pearls, and today I'm going to be doing another Get Ready With Me video, and I'm going to feature a little kit that I got in one of my recent Sephora hauls. This is the Glitz Glam Party Essentials Kit, so I'll let you take an up-close look. We're going to use most of the products, not all, but we're going to use most of these and just kind of test them out, see how they do, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So first guys, we're going to start off with this Tarte Moisturizer. This is the H2O Hydrating Boost. And I really like it. It's a very gel-based, creamy moisturizer. It sinks into the skin really nicely. Has a very organic smell. Next up, we're going to take an eye primer from BH Cosmetics. This is in the shade Malt. It's just a very natural eye color primer to keep our eyeshadows on. So I'm just going to put that all over the lid for our base. And then for eyebrows, we're going to be taking this Ka-Brow from Benefit. This is in the shade 3, and it's cute because it comes with a little brush and a little tiny pot. So I'm just going to be brushing this through my eyebrows to darken them up and fill them in. And I would say it works fairly nicely. It's very easy to use. And I'm just going to brush through with a little spoolie just to make sure they're all going the same way. And then I'm going to be taking the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel just to set them so that they are good to go for the rest of the day. Then for primer, we're going to be taking the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea. This is the 4-in-1 Marine Boosting Mist, and it has a really nice kind of citrus smell. And then we're going to be taking the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is a really good concealer, one of my favorites right now. And I'm just going to be putting this underneath my eyes to cover up my dark circles. I'm going to be blending this onto my chin just to cover up some of my redness. And like I said, this just works really well, and it does not crease underneath my eyes, even though it's a fairly medium concealer when it comes to thickness. Then for foundation, we're taking the Makeup Forever HD Ultra. This is a really nice foundation as well. I'm very pleased with this. This is just a little sample size, and I've used it for a couple of weeks now. I'm just going to be blending that out piece by piece. I think this shade works really well for my skin tone. I think this is Y225. And it just goes on really nice and light, but it gives you a lot of coverage, so it does not feel like you're wearing a very heavy foundation, which is what I really like about it. So that's what it looks like with one layer of coverage. Then we're going to go in with the Laura Mercier. This is the Rose Gold Caviar Eye Stick. This stuff is so nice. It goes on so creamy, it sets, and it will last you all day long. So I'm just going to put this over the base for both of my eye colors. We're taking the Naked 2 Urban Decay Basics palette, and we're going to go in with this light shade here. It's called Cover, and it's just kind of a neutral brown, and we're just going to be putting this in the crease to kind of start building up that depth. Then we're going to take the next shade in the palette, which is called Primal. It's just a little bit darker brown shade, and we're going to be building this up in the corner and blending into the crease just a little bit as well. Again, just trying to create some depth and dimension to the outer corner of the eye. And then we're going to go in with the darkest shade in the palette. It's called Undone. Again, it's just a very dark, cool tone matte shade, and we're going to focus this just in the outer corner to, again, just darken it up a little bit. Now we're going to go in with the shade Stark and just kind of blend out again the crease just to give it a little bit more of a blending to make it look smoother. And then we're going to go in with Skimp, which is kind of a shimmer. We're going to put this as a brow bone highlight on both eyes just to give it a little bit of a pop. And then we're going to be taking the Stila. This is their Dusty Rose Metal Eyeshadow. It's definitely not my favorite. It's got a very moussey texture, and it kind of is a little bit flaky. It's not exactly very even, but it does provide a lot of very pretty glitter. The placement goes a little bit everywhere. And then we're going to take the Lancome Paris. This is the Art Liner. This is a eyeliner brush, so this was a little bit difficult for me using it for the first time. It definitely takes some time to learn how to use it, but it did stay all day and it did not budge. So it sets and it wears really well throughout the day. So I had to do my best trying to learn how to use it. And then we're going to take the contour crayon from Sephora. This is in the shade Diving in Malaysia. And it's just kind of like a dark brown shade, and I'm just going to be using this in the lower lash line and waterline. Then we're taking the What's Up highlighter. This is a cute little kind of champagne beige color. It's a nice cream stick and it has a really, really pretty shade to it. I'm just going to pop that on the top of my cheeks. And then I'm just going to take a stippling brush and blend that out so it doesn't look so harsh. Then for powder, we're going to take the Makeup Forever. This is their Micro Finish powder. It's a very, very fine translucent powder, so a little bit will go a long way. It was a little bit hard for me to get my brush in there because the container is so small. It is a very nice translucent powder though, so I didn't mind using it. It actually worked out really nice and did a great job setting my foundation. Then for lip primer, we're taking the Kate Rimmel. This is just in the clear shade. This is a great lip primer before you put on any lipstick. For mascara, we're taking the Lash Princess from Essence. This is a really great volumizer and lengthening type of mascara, so I really like using this one. And then for lower lash line, we're taking the Mega Length. This is the waterproof mascara from Wet n Wild. It's just a great job of just lengthening those lower lashes just a little bit, and it stays all day, does not budge. And then we are taking the MAC Face Compact. This is the Peach Face Compact, and we're going to be going in with the shade, I believe, Dusk. It's just a very, very light peachy mauve, so you kind of have to build this up. It's a very, very, very pretty shade, but it's very subtle. For bronzer, we're going to be taking the e.l.f. Sunkissed Glow Bronzer. This is a really nice natural bronzer, very everyday wearable shade. I'm trying to kind of put a little bit more concentrated powder in the hollows of my cheeks, so I am using a very pinched brush to get it in there so you can definitely see a prominent contour. And then we're going to be taking this Smashbox Red Matte shade in the shade Legendary, or Be Legendary. This is a really nice lipstick, highly recommend it. It goes on kind of glossy, but it dries down to a matte. It wears really well throughout the day. Very pretty shade. Alright guys, this is the finished look, and I just wanted to comment on some of the products. This is an amazing lipstick. I actually already had this one, so I saved the one that I got in this bag, hopefully for a giveaway. It's an amazing lipstick. It's a gorgeous red color. I feel like it flatters a ton of skin tones, and it lasts a really long time, so I love this red. The eyes, I really, really like the rose gold from Laura Mercier. These caviar sticks are amazing. I love them so, so much. I needed to use a supplemental palette, obviously, to do some shading and some dimension. As for the Stila Rose, this is their Dusty Rose Magnificent Metals. I feel like it's not very precise. Like, yeah, it's fun if you just want to glitter bomb all over your eyes, but you can tell, like, it's got some fallout to it. It's not like a solid color. It's just kind of like really patchy glitter. I mean, it does look nice if you're going for, like I said, a really like disco look and you don't mind that the glitter placement isn't precise. That's the only thing. So it's not like I would wear this all the time. I think maybe on New Year's I would wear something like this, but it's just one of those things. It kind of depends on your preference. The Lancome liquid eyeliner, now I'm not used to using a brush. I use a felt tip liner and it's a little bit harder for me. I still like it. I thought it went on really well, but it's just one of those things, you know, it's hard to use if you don't know. There's a learning curve, but it's not bad. So this is the first time I've ever tried a product like this. The powder seems really nice on the face, very soft. I'll have to kind of see more like when I wear it today what it's going to be like, so hopefully I'll give you that in the voiceover. And then for the What's Up highlighter from Benefit, I do think it shines through actually really nicely even though I applied it underneath the powder. I think it gives a really nice, it's got more of like a champagne glow, so it's more of like a beigey gold, I guess would be the best way to describe it, but it looks really, really nice. So guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. I will talk to you guys there, and thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!